I started fishing when I was 4, and I haven't stopped since. It's the most incredible thing, being out in a place like this. If you put the effort in to get out of bed early enough, it's just, you haven't even got to catch anything. It's just amazing being here. I think they say catching is good for the ego, but fishing is good for the soul. Yeah, I mean, I think we spend a lot of our day-to-day lives in the modern world being so fast-paced, there's so much going on, and we don't get 5 minutes to think to ourselves anymore. That's why I love it. It just gives me a bit of time to think, you know, think about what you want to do with your life, your dreams, and, you know, what you wanted to be when you were a kid as you were growing up and stuff. It's just mellow.
It's so chilled out.
Yeah.
There's something about the beach as well. It's
the ocean, mate, is just unbelievable. I remember once when I broke up with a girlfriend of mine, and she went to go and live in Australia, and I came down on the rocks to do a bit of contemplating of life, and I was so broken-hearted that we'd broken up. I loved her, and I actually thought to myself, if I set off now, how long would it take me to swim to Australia? Because the ocean's the only thing that connects everyone.
I would have liked to see each other.
Yeah, I think it would have taken quite a while, so I didn't bother. I went home and had a cup of tea. They do, yeah. To be honest, it's not ideal fishing conditions, but that's why we live in hope. There might be a fish forgiving or stupid enough to make my day today. Whoa! Doing it for the shot, Mick. Doing it for the shot. I think some things in life, you just, you know, you go through phases. You like it, you move on to something else, different hobbies. But this is just one thing. Ever since the first time I went when I was like 4, it's just been inside me. Everyone thinks I'm an absolute idiot. I get up, I even go fishing and smash the ice when it's that cold. And you have dog walkers come past. They think you're an absolute idiot, like proper mad. But it's kind of like, it's not even a passion really, it's like an obsession. It's like you feel compelled. People are like, why you do that? I just felt compelled, you know, I just love getting out there. It's quite a funny thing as well, because I was pretty ill with cancer 2 years ago, and you kind of, you look at your life on the whole and you think about, you know, how you measure your life and what you want it to be if your time was, if that was it basically. And it's quite strange that you come full circle, and although you want to do huge things with your life, it's also the small things, the little arbitrary things like coming and sitting on the rocks and dangling a worm that actually are some of the best bits of your life. You're all right, you've got a good woman in your life. That's probably why I come fishing so much. I need a good woman. Look at those rollers. Oh, it's a big one. Woo. Oh, it's a bigger one. sometimes when you turn up in the morning, it's like you never know what mood the ocean's going to be in. It's kind of, sometimes you turn up and it's flat and glassy and she seems quite shy. At other times she's kind of like raging and angry. It's almost like a friend. It's like, hello old friend, what mood are you in today? I think, do you ever get that? Do you ever get that when you're, I think it only comes with like nature, whatever you do in nature. So whether you're into like walking or, you know, fishing or going around the sand dunes or whatever it is. I think it's quite nice to have like quite an intimate relationship with the world, you know, the ocean or the forest or whatever it might be. You know, today she's quite feisty, but she doesn't mean any harm today. And occasionally, if my luck's in, she gives me a gift in the shape of a fish. But it hasn't happened so far today. But I think some of the other guys that I go fishing with, it's the be-all and end-all of they have to catch a fish when they go fishing, but personally, it doesn't bother me. Catching a fish is like a really good side effect. I think the actual goal is just being here and enjoying it. That's why they call it fishing, not catching. I think the only other angler out today is that bird, and he's doing just as good as I am, which isn't very good. That's all I ask. That's all I ask is just to line up next to the birds and try and take my fair share of fish. It's always a challenge. But the one thing, even when I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I go home empty-handed, I never ever think that it was a day wasted. And it's pretty mellow most of the time. And then you get short bursts of activity when you get a bite. It gets exciting. And that's when the battle begins. It's like a game of chess. I kind of love the fact that getting up super early is something that a lot of people don't do, because it feels like you're kind of earning something extra out of the world. You know, you come out and it's absolutely beautiful. I mean, you see the sunrise like we've had this morning, and you just think so many people wasted that opportunity by just staying in bed. It's quite funny really that people get out of bed early every day to go and do something as pointless as go to work. And then when they actually get a bit of free time, they spend all day in bed.
Guilty.
Hey?
I'm guilty.
I think we're all guilty of, you know, being a bit lazy sometimes, but it's just effort. Just got to get out here and just got to get out here and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not bad though. The sun on my back in November.
Yeah, what a day, man. I was not expecting this.
I think the surfers are having a better day than I am. It's a good bit of swell today. I think if I was still in bed, I'd probably be dreaming of fishing anyway. So I might as well get up and go fishing and do it in reality. Oh, I've got a nice little poem actually. My mate taught me this. I go out fishing with him all the time. He's got a boat. He's much luckier than I am. And asleep we dream, what awake we wish. Dogs of bones and fishermen fish. I quite like that one.